Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Yaptığım saçmalıklar yüzünden o kadar anlatamayacağım yani. O kadar saçmalıklar yaptım ki anlatamayacağım. Bir sürü videolarım gitti. Fotoğraflarım gitti.
Pray tell, what compels you to disturb the Prince of Edirne, Witcher?
Sus
I
be,
have a few
papucumun
questions.
prensi.
And you believe I should answer them instead of setting my dogs on you?
I think your Royal Highness has enough foes, here, abroad, in Vengerberg.
The intricacies of succession are not something I wish to discuss with an eye.
Kes be.
Succession is the topic of choice in about every inn in the country. I don't know for sure, but I think the hangman of...
My patience has its limits, and at present, only my come to the point, or leave me...
Don't change the subject, Prince.
So be it. Let us set our differences aside.
Then tell me what you're doing so far away from the capital. Why aren't you in Vengerberg being...
Well, sadly, my position is not strong there. My father emboldened the nobles. The great families have decided in this hour, so...
Your title to the throne is indisputable.
Edirne has become a lawless land, ruled by those who wield might, by those whom people follow. I intend to show...
By returning to Vengerberg a hero.
I don't like your tone, Witcher.
You might be surprised, Prince, but I have more political...
The famous Geralt of Rivia, invited to the table by Calanth, Foltest's little favourite. Think I'm impressed? Calanth is dead. Meve curses your name when she hears it. Foltest was murdered before your very eyes, and the Emperor, as I heard it...
Are you going somewhere with this?
Indeed. You should know that a king sometimes need... If the thug is naive enough, instead of reaching into his purse, the king buys him with virtuous words. And when, having done his deed, the thug departs, swaggering... Truly, I never thought you could be so pitiful. Get out!
Lan öküz.
Get out! Get out!
Ben şimdi sana bir GTA yapacağım. Bu hiç uyumuyor.
Get out!
Meraklılığım ve laf sokma çabam yüzünden.
Get out!
Lan manyak. Bir
Get
tane
out.
koyacağım şimdi.
Get out!
Ya bu malı boş verelim. Başka kimse yok mu? Biz bu gerizekalıdan nasıl alacağız şimdi? Hay arkadaş. Aklımı seveyim.
Get out!
Gel lan buraya, hurda yığanı. Neyse, başka bir görev var mı? Şükür. Aa, karı geberiyor. Lan karıya kendi masaj mı yaptırıyor?
What is it, Witcher?
Gayet iyi görünüyor
Who
bu
is that
karı.
girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about the wild hunt.
A sorceress's knowledge has nothing to do with superstitions.
The hunt's not a
True, the phenomenon seems to exist.
I want to know everything there is to know about it.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me.
Kaşar.
Have you heard about a witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No, why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion.
Pretentious and childish for my taste.
Know how to remove a tattoo?
There's a cure for everything, except stupidity. I'll need some...
I'll be back once I've found... Is what they say true? Did...
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Vengerberg, so it appears to be. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhawk.
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor...
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis' arrival here confirmed
Saskia isn't fighting for Edirn, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved again. Why are you here, sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania at a dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler is unpredictable. I'm here to make this victory a fact.
You said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia. And yet...
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history.
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try to be... I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you wanted to just...
I found an immort...
Excellent. You wanted to just...
At the council, you mentioned artifact.
But
I can do.
Why?
I have my reasons. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edirn, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glephesig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedw. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got...
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel.
Know anything about blood curse?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the...
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse...
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse, but...
What about confirmed cases of it being...
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented.
So Sabrina's curse is just an...
Exactly.
Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the work.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking...
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course.
Did you notice?
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen.
Is that the Witcher's professional...
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battle.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a Draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key.
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to the... Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. I'm good for now.
Ben burayı bir loot yapacağım. Gelin bakayım. Esneme kızım, esneme. Ama ya.
You wanted to discuss something?
Ay şu kaşım.
I'm looking for Triss. Letho forced her.
Letho?
Foltest's killer. Perhaps Demavend's too.
Certainly. We sorceress
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's
and I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. You were close to her. Maybe you have...
No, I don't have any.
Not good. Wait. A local drunkard claims he saw a red...
There are many redhead.
Perhaps they're just drunken delusions. It's possible, however.
As it's our only lead, I'll talk.
I'm not used to associating with drunkards.
Thank you.
Come back as soon as you...
Well, I'll be ploughed by a ferret.
Yeah.
Ah, you're a witcher like any other.
Nothing special.
Ah, you're mistaken. Few know how to make a silver blade today. Fish eat me if I'm lying. And engraving... I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords.
Hello, Chief.
You play dice?
Aye, us two and the smith are
Then that's it.
In Vergen, there's also the head man, Cecil Burden, and the inn...
Show me what you can.
Me first.
You lose.
Care to roll a few then? Give me a chance to win it back.
Hayır.
Care for a...
Yani,
You lost.
öldüremem.
Care for a game of dice? I'd like a rematch.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Another one. You let one human in and in no time.
I heard you saw something.
As clearly as I see you. Amazed, but wait. You must buy a
Well, you shut it already.
I'm a client and I'll say what I want. Pour me some Mahakaman mead.
I'm a little short right now.
Let me...
I heard you.
Yes, but wait.
Well, you
I'm a...
I'll pay. But if you bore me, I'll shut this meeting.
With such a fine liquor. And my ass has no taste.
Speak.
Last week I was passing by the gullies.
Get to the point.
Hush. So I'm walking and suddenly there's a flash. A crack.
You hit the ground with your arse so hard you saw...
Then I saw people lying in a gully as if they'd fallen from... The woman was so beautiful. I wished she'd...
Did you get a good look at the man?
Huge fella. His mug cut up like he shaved with a scythe. What?
What did the woman look?
A redhead. Wearing a vest and high shoes with pale tits and...
Sounds just like your old lady.
Shut you...
What happened then?
Well, the woman was hurting. Couldn't get up. The man clearly disliked her, because he didn't help her.
Noticed her tits, but didn't even...
I was about to do exactly that when a troll came out of the gully.
Did it attack her?
Not at all. I hid and saw everything. First he sniffed her, so I thought he...
Is that all?
Yes.
I have to sit straight. He travels the land.
Gel bakayım Hancı.
How can I help?
I'm looking for places steeped in...
Not counting the fire-spitting bits from 3 years ago. Well, a sorcerer once lived in the wood beyond Bergen. How can I...
I'd like to play the...
So, shall... You won.
I'll take my coin.
You're too good for me.
Might do just the...
I think I've heard of you. Who's the...
Were you in Rivia when I got caught?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack. But I swear it looked like you. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know what to...
Come on, I had to. Not many have said...
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a...
No, I haven't. A free upper Aiden was in the end.
Did you fight it?
Oh, fuck. I knows you. Ah, it was a beautiful day. On one side, 6 and 4, and us on the right. The Mahakam volunteer.
He hardly lacked courage as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like... Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit.
Some say not one of the Dunbanner survived.
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the band...
Getting anywhere with the new recruit?
Like holes in a brothel. They're plowing away at full speed. Most importantly, they don't...
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory and death.
I've been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhurt's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her...
I know you hate sorceresses.
We hate them. That's a fact. But why do you think that our hearts are full of dung guilt? Mark?
You exaggerate.
No, maybe not all. Eilhart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her arse to Dijkstra? Everyone in Bergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, girl. You do alright. So I'd appreciate it.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle.
He's right. Did he tell you?
Omitted that bit somehow. Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for you.
Show me what you got.
Listen, Scale and Burton beat all our old company, and it gets bragging about it right and left. Someone needs to knock him.
I'll see what I can do.
Ready to kick.
Give me your best.
Always in a hurry. You'll have a stroke.
Mind if we keep this our little secret?
I'm ready for you.
Geralt, first throat of the work.
Short on company.
What can Yarpin tell me? I prefer.
Any idea where?
Try the.
I wanted to talk to you about the...
True.
Do you buy into Saskia's...
Are you asking me if I believe what she said?
Both.
Saska's no liar, that's a fact. But whether we'll manage... For now, a great battle awaits. A battle in which...
It's also the biggest potential.
Nothing unites folk like shared death. I believe,
If they win.
even if they don't.
The Kingslayer's trail has gone cold.
No one could sneak into Verdun. We watched. Why so keen on capturing the assassin of...
Letha knows a lot about me. Certain things.
Is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head before?
Yeah. Yorvith seems to have...
How? Has his arse grown fatter in Saska's keep?
An elf who was the greatest foe of humans will now fight for their freedom.
Only harpies don't change their minds. I'm no expert on elves, but as I see it, he's got a stiffy for...
Yorvith?
He stood all gentle as a lamb in council, stealing glances at her tits. When she spoke to him, he looked as happy as a fool.
Bergen seems like an ancient.
It's one of the mining colonies Mahakam established. It was the first town where dwarves and humans... For the past 3 years, it's been a symbol of our...
Lots going on around.
Aye. The Virgin Dragon Slayer. Squirrels dazzled with her. Call it onlookers gawk.
Hope things get back.
Arkadaşlar çekilir misiniz? Neyse dışarıdakilere bakalım. Bakalım Stannis kaşarı hala trikli mi?
Get out!
Bak şerefsiz. Gel buraya.
The mine's safe again, and he plans to do...
Of course! Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shit, Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise. We just got to save the...
Hey, Scalan, wanna
I really like...
show me what you're made.
Alright!
Show me what you're...
I believe I'd split a rock with my dick sooner than I'd beat you at arm wrestling.
I guess that makes me the new champion.
No shame in losing to the white, though there's one who could still...
Who?
The mighty Numa. They say he'll play fair. But that's... You ever wrestle him?
I will.
Burayı hatırlıyorum. Burada bir manyak abi vardı.
Which?
Did I hear you mention a job?
Indeed. I know a collector in Vengerberg.
Ericus Venom? Neck.
Harpy feathers.
Uh-huh. Why feathers?
I never asked. Got the order and that's that. Interested?
What kind of coin are...
Why don't we do a test? Bring me a bundle.
He's gonna want more than a bundle. That'll mean...
A few more.
I'll keep my eyes open, but no promises. I've got your feathers.
Wonder! Excellent quality. Just what I needed. If you're in need of coin...
Harpies have become rare in...
I'm not sure I...
Supply drop.
By how much?
Pay me 1.5 times as much and we've got a deal.
You must be mad.
You said this was witch's work, so either agree to my...
So be it. Where are you headed?
name's Vatgern. I'm glad to...
Again?
Flotsam? The fire? Funny how these things work. Oh, unimportant.
Sorry.
No need to be. But I've started anew here, you know. That always builds confidence. Sure I can't
Yok bacım.
Wait a minute.
Para verirsen
Is this
alırım
what
abi.
I think it is?
It is if you want it to be. You saved my life.
That's not necessary.
As you wish.
How are things?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Jorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared. But Saskia thinks
We killed most of the necrophages.
most.
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin.
How long have you been on?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the sack. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organise assorted...
This must be the first revolt.
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans alone. Though, of course, the prince is just waiting.
I'm sure his motivations are pure. Cecil, do you know anyone who fought?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Of course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about...
That old cook insult. Called king by some. Thought that Adernians were bumpkins who'd shit bricks as...
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the...
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago...
Load of crab. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade...
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try...
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called draugrs.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen, a beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed. We decimated the Dunbanner, but that was only the beginning. Then Vandegrift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the... Yes. There were no more friends and enemies. They say it was the doing of a Kidweni sorceress who wanted revenge on Vandegrift.
You captured the Dunbanners.
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen.
I'm going to need that standard. Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontar the third day after the autumn equinox. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armoured infantry, over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background. Like only King Demavend was missing. But he must have had more.
You saw the Kidwenis cross the river?
From afar. I saw Vandegrift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armoured banners from Adcarig. The Dun banner was in the middle. As soon as he set foot on Adernian land, Vandegrift climbed a hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Then Seltkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armour shone in the sun.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk?
I stood half a furlong from them. They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Selkirk won there. Selkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandergrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged it. I bet he cut down Selkirk with that new sword.
Vandergrift is dead.
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can after the battle, when the flame...
Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful.
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death.
I have a feeling Philippa had...
Here's hoping you're right.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philip...
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it?
Where exactly is that?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of... Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you.
Başka bir şey.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we? You might have beat the innkeeper, but you didn't.
We'll see next. I'd like...
I'll have to raise taxes. Here
Aren't you gonna ask?
You're too good. Try, hag.
Ah, you've finally given in.
Started that a while ago, actually. It just wasn't some...
Foltest death. Society or not.
Yeah, I know. Too low for the...
It's a bundle to us, Witcher. You have to pay for everything. Weapons.
York would send you.
Northern will never learn.
Don't risk it! We need to take him alive!
Bunlar?
Courage! And to the reward!
Uğraştırdınız beni şerefsizler. Gün batmak üzere gün doğumuna kadar yaptık. Ne geldi lan?
I'll make big meat of your arse!
Wonder how many more.
Bana niye vuruyorsun şimdi? Gelin ve siz bana lazımsınız. Ay sizin ben. Geralt kaç canım. Kaç Geralt. Şuş. O neydi öyle? Vallahi korktum ha. Dur bakayım size bir bomba atmayı deneyeyim. Kayboldular. Mezarlıkları hiç sevmiyorum. Mecburuz. Neyse ki ışık var.
Guess they'll never learn.
Var. Öleceğim. 1,5 saat olmuş. Saatimiz de ilerlemiş. Neyse bugünlük burada bırakıyoruz. Yükleme gidiyorum ben. Yükleme. Sonra kaldığımız yerden devam ederiz. Görüşmek üzere.